the ruler of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, is regarded as one of the most influential and enigmatic leaders in today's Arab world. His family's immense fortune, estimated at $305 billion, surpasses even the wealth of Elon Musk or Bill Gates. Yet his path to power began humbly, with poverty, porridge meals, and hardship. How did he rise so high, and how does he compare to Dubai's scandal-prone ruler? Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, known as MBZ, was born in 1961 in Al Ain, then part of the Trucial States under British protection. His father, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, was the visionary founder of the UAE and ruler of Abu Dhabi. His mother, Sheikha Fatima bint Mubarak, Zayed's third but most beloved wife, shaped his upbringing. Over 38 years, Sheikh Zayed transformed a poor desert emirate into a modern, oil-rich nation of global ambition. Sheikh Zayed was admired for his wisdom and compassion, yet also known for his many marriages. With 8 wives, he fathered about 30 children, including 19 sons. Analysts predicted bitter rivalries after his death, recalling the Al Nahyan dynasty's violent past where brothers murdered each other for power. Surprisingly, no chaos followed his passing. The credit largely went to Sheikha Fatima, Muhammad's mother, whose guidance and influence earned her the enduring title Mother of the Nation. Fatima was not only beloved by Sheikh Zayed, but also held in deep respect by her children. She bore 6 sons, famously called the Bani Fatima, or Sons of Fatima, who went on to dominate politics in Abu Dhabi and the UAE. Unlike many royal dynasties torn by rivalry, they remained united. This was deliberate. Fatima repeatedly told chilling tales of their ancestors' bloody feuds, teaching her sons that only loyalty and solidarity would secure the dynasty's lasting survival. Muhammad absorbed his mother's wisdom while observing his father's humility and charisma. Sheikh Zayed often sat with villagers, sharing meals and directing oil wealth toward progress rather than excess. Yet he believed his children needed hardship to build character. At just 14, Muhammad was sent to Morocco under a false identity with little money. Forced to work, cook, and survive on porridge, he endured loneliness. Though difficult, the experience instilled empathy, resilience, and an enduring connection to ordinary people. 2 years later, Muhammad was admitted to the prestigious Sandhurst Military Academy in the United Kingdom, the same institution that trained generations of royals and leaders. For him, the barracks felt like paradise compared to his life in Morocco. While many of his fellow cadets, the sons of aristocrats and millionaires, struggled with the military discipline, Muhammad thrived. He built lifelong friendships, including with Malaysia's Prince Abdullah, who would later become king. These connections would serve him well as he rose in international politics. After Sandhurst, Muhammad traveled to Africa, where he encountered severe poverty among the Maasai people of Tanzania. On his return to Abu Dhabi, he recounted this to his father, saying he had done nothing because the poor were not Muslims. Sheikh Zayed was furious. He grabbed his son's hand and said firmly, "Remember, all of us are equal. We are all God's creatures." Muhammad never forgot those words. The lesson would later shape his policies of philanthropy, humanitarian aid, and tolerance. When Muhammad was 20 years old, he met the woman who would become the central figure in his personal life, Sheikha Salama bint Hamdan Al Nahyan. Like him, she belonged to the Al Nahyan family and was a distant relative. Salama was graceful, highly educated, and reminded Muhammad of his mother, Fatima, in her warmth and character. Their meeting blossomed into a union that would define his personal stability and cement his legacy as a family man. Their wedding became one of the most extravagant celebrations in history. At the time, oil money was pouring into Abu Dhabi, and the Al Nahyan family was unimaginably wealthy. An estimated $45 million was spent, equivalent to over $150 million today. A stadium was constructed solely to host 20,000 guests who feasted and celebrated for a week. Each day, jeweled camels carried gifts for the bride, while tradition kept her in private chambers. The marriage proved more than a display of wealth. It was the foundation of Muhammad's stable family life. Unlike many rulers who took multiple wives or faced scandals, Sheikh Mohammed has remained loyal to Sheikha Salama for over 40 years. Together they raised 9 children, adopted 2 more daughters, and now enjoy 18 grandchildren. Their family unity contrasts sharply with the controversies surrounding Dubai's ruler, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, whose marriages and domestic disputes often brought unwelcome international headlines. In 2004, the story of succession in the UAE shifted dramatically. Sheikh Zayed passed away, and the presidency went to his eldest son, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed. For 10 years, Khalifa led the nation through modernization and progress. The world's tallest tower, the Burj Khalifa, was named in his honor. Sadly, in 2014, he suffered a debilitating stroke. From then on, Mohammed bin Zayed gradually became the de facto ruler, steering defense, governance, and foreign policy until Khalifa's death in 2022. What surprised political analysts was the continued unity among the brothers. The UAE had traditionally passed leadership from brother to brother, but in 2023, MBZ announced that his successor would be his son, Sheikh Khaled. This marked a return to father-to-son succession. Yet once again, no conflict arose. The influence of Sheikha Fatima's upbringing proved enduring, ensuring harmony even in moments that could have sparked rivalries. Today, the Al Nahyan family is considered one of the richest dynasties in the world, with a fortune estimated at over 300 billion. Sheikh Mohammed himself lives in unmatched luxury. His palace is 3 times larger than the Pentagon. The family owns 8 private aircraft, including customized jumbo jets, and 2 of the world's most expensive yachts, each valued at more than $600 million. His car collection is legendary, featuring more than 700 luxury vehicles from Bugatti, Ferrari, McLaren, and Lamborghini. Yet, despite such extravagance, MBZ is seen as a relatively restrained ruler compared to others in the Gulf. What truly sets him apart is his political and strategic acumen. Sheikh Mohammed is not just a figurehead, he is one of the most active leaders in the Middle East. He has positioned the UAE as a hub of trade, finance, and tourism, while also maintaining a strong military presence in the region. He travels widely, meeting presidents, kings, and prime ministers. His voice carries weight in global diplomacy, particularly on issues of energy, security, and peace agreements. In recent years, the UAE under his leadership normalized relations with Israel, a groundbreaking move in Arab politics. And yet, for all his public power, his private life remains relatively serene. Unlike Sheikh Mohammed of Dubai, who faced scandals involving his runaway wives and lawsuits in British courts, MBZ has kept his family life shielded from such controversies. His long marriage to Sheikha Salima is seen as a symbol of stability, though some speculate that he may have unofficial wives, as Islam permits up to 4. Still, no evidence of turmoil has ever emerged. At 63, Sheikh Mohammed remains energetic, charismatic, and focused on his vision of the UAE as a beacon of modernity in the Arab world. He balances tradition and progress, religion and tolerance, wealth and responsibility. Perhaps the greatest influence remains his parents, his father's lessons of humility and compassion, and his mother's lessons of unity and foresight. Those values, combined with wealth, education, and ambition, made MBZ the man he is today. His story is not just one of riches and palaces, but of resilience, leadership, and strategic brilliance. From a boy eating porridge in Morocco to the ruler of one of the world's richest nations, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed embodies the paradox of the modern Middle East, where ancient traditions meet futuristic ambition, and where wealth beyond imagination is guided by lessons learned in hardship. What do you think of this remarkable ruler? Is he a symbol of stability in a turbulent world? Or does his immense fortune raise questions about inequality? Whatever your opinion, his life remains one of the most fascinating stories in modern royal history. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible tales.